Hello and welcome back to some more F1 2020 and part 19 of my team career mode with Jordan GP Mercedes. Today we have the US Grand Prix. Thank you for all of the support on the series so far. If you are enjoying it, keep hitting that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already for daily F1 2020 content. So, yes, since the last episode, we have went ahead and got a new second sponsor in Zigzag, and the goal bonus is for, as a team, complete a total of 30 laps during the race weekend. I think that's fairly guaranteed, really, especially at some of the races coming up. As long as we don't get DNFs, that as a team we're going to smash that. You know, with qualifying runs and practice runs as well. I don't see how we can ever fail that, so I think that's going to be a pretty good one. As for R&D and stuff, obviously we're not really too bothered by that. I've went ahead and done the invitational event, which was pretty good, and got some more acclaim that way. We've got nearly 10 million in the bank now. I'm pretty much of the opinion I think we should keep that money in the bank for the start of next season to bring in the driver that we want to bring in, and from there. Oh, here we go.
They've announced that the technical regulations are changing for next season. Now there's a risk a lot of our hard work could be undone if we're not careful. So let's figure out how to mitigate this. Drivers, take a look at the developments we have and let us know what you want to invest in protecting. Alright everyone, let's get on top of this.
So there you go then, a technical reset. That's going to be huge for this career mode. Oh, I'm really hoping it's durability and chassis, because those are the areas that we haven't worked on as much this year, but we will have a quick look at it before I hand over to qualifying. Now, I have been saving up some resource points sort of in anticipation of this happening. Of course, all of the resource points will now go towards trying to save that. We have got a wet qualifying coming up, so that's going to be interesting. But let's have a look at what the damage is. It's aerodynamic and durability. As I say, I don't think durability will matter too much, but oh, look at all these we're going to have to adapt. I think straight away, I think we might as well go and adapt these parts for next season. We've got enough resource points in the bank for now. That pretty much, yeah, so we've got 2 more to adapt before the end of the season. The durability we might be able to adapt as well, but it's a bit of a sigh of relief, to be honest with you. But looking at the performance of certain teams, hopefully that'll drag the likes of Mercedes, Ferrari and Red Bull back down to the paupers level at Racing Point downwards. But we'll just have to see, I suppose, how that goes. So I'm going to try and get as many resource points as possible this weekend to adapt those two, and then hopefully we'll be alright. But we want to stay away from developing the aero package until the start of next season, really, because we'll have to adapt it again. But no, there you go then. But I'm not sure how we'll do this weekend in Austin. I think potentially this could be our best result for the rest of the season, really. So let's see how we get on in qualifying. Well, here we come into the old Turkey style turn 8. It was a fabulous corner that. Well, we've went a little bit wide into this final corner, but here we come up to the line. What's it going to be? It's a 1:34.1, which is slowest of all at the moment, and 1.6 seconds off Carlos Sainz. I think we can do a hell of a lot better than that. Well, considering this is our second lap on these tyres, this has been an incredible improvement as we come up to the line, and it's 7/10 quicker with a 1:33.4. So I think when we get a new set of boots on towards the end of the session, I think there's a lot of time to find in this car. Well, once again, another big improvement here on this lap as we come round the final corner and we come up to the line. The checkered flag is waved. Where are we going to qualify? 8/10 up. 17th. We don't make it through to Q2, unfortunately. Well, that is a big shame. That is a huge shame. And look where Nick de Vries has qualified, 13th. So much quicker in that session, Nick de Vries, and wow, we were only 0.03 of a second off out-qualifying Carlos Sainz. But going out in Q1 with us, Danny Kvyat, Kevin Magnussen, Romain Grosjean, George Russell and Nicholas Latifi. So some work is going to have to be done in the race. Nick de Vries out-qualifying us for the second consecutive race. What's going to happen in this US Grand Prix?
Welcome once again then to the United States Grand Prix here in the magnificent city of Austin. It was here in 2018 that Kimi Räikkönen delighted the world by winning for the first time in 114 races. There's always a record to be broken, so what I wonder is in store for us today. We have 10 turns to the left and 10 to the right here at the fantastic Circuit of the Americas. Overtaking opportunities into turn 1 and 12 at this anti-clockwise 3.6 mile track. And we should see average lap speeds of around 126 miles per hour. Joining me for the Grand Prix once again is Anthony Davidson. Now we probably ought to start by discussing Sebastian Vettel. There's a new gearbox in the back of that car, which means a grid penalty, and hopefully some excitement as they make their way through the field.
Well, at the end of the day, it's always better to take some pain now than parking it up halfway through the Grand Prix. Let's just hope they can put that new gearbox to good use and get the results they're looking for.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Alexander Albon, and Ricciardo, Perez, Sainz, Stroll, and Sebastian Vettel, Ocon, Norris, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Gasly, De Vries, the captain, Kevin Magnussen, and Romain Grosjean, Russell, Latifi, Räikkönen. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. And Daniel Kvyat completes the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head to trackside for today's race.
Well, there we are then, starting in 16th position alongside Nick de Vries right next to us, who once again out-qualified us for 2 races in a row now. I do feel like we'll have probably slightly better race pace than what we showed in qualifying, only a few hundredths of a second off getting through to Q2, of course. And with the changeable nature of what would have happened in Q2 and Q3, I think
okay, here we go.
We could have done alright. But
don't let me down.
Yeah, I'm quite tempted to start on the medium tyres this race, so let's edit this strategy, because we definitely don't want to start on the mediums. So let's have a little look at what we could pull off here. I mean, we could do a 7-7. I think that could work out quite nicely, and that would be virtually the same time as if we started on the softs and moved to the mediums. But yeah, it's difficult really to work out what is for the best. Well, I think start on the medium tyres. It gives us a little bit more flexible. Ah, we didn't pick that. Never mind. Never mind. That's annoying. I was going to say it gives us a bit more flexibility, but
everything looks good on the
it's all good.
cycle, so let's concentrate on bringing tyres and brakes up to temperature.
So obviously uphill into turn 1, always a interesting one really. Feel like there's going to be some sort of incident, hopefully not involving us, and hopefully we get to finish the formation lap this time. Obviously last time out in Japan we didn't get to do that because we made contact with our teammate Nick de Vries, and
no rain expected.
Could
no rain expected for the time being.
So again we pass de Vries on the formation lap, but doesn't desperately matter, I suppose. At least it keeps them out of harm's way. I'm desperately trying to warm these tyres up, get them into the perfect operating window. Ready for the lights to go out. Certainly looking nice and racy here. So we come round the final couple of corners to start reforming the grid. Here we go. It's out of our control now. Hopefully we angle our car nicely. Don't remember which side of the grid we're on. I think the left hand side. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Of course, on the inside line, so that gives us a little bit of an advantage going into turn 1, you would think. But, I don't know, maybe an outside line would be more favourable, but we'll find all that out as the lights come on and we get ready for the start of the race. Lights out, away we go here in Austin, Texas, and what a great start off the line for us, much quicker than de Vries, and look at the gap that's opening up into turn 1. We go all the way up to 10th. What a start that is. And we come round the outside there of Carlos Sainz, so that is a fabulous start for us. Then we go straight into the back of Perez, because he's so slow through the S's, but what a start for us there. They couldn't have dreamed for a better start into the first corner, but just risked it and went side by side with Sainz and took advantage. So great start.
Good so far.
Right behind Perez now. So 10th place. I don't know how likely it is that we're going to finish here, but it's a start at least. Well, lap 5 of this Grand Prix, and we're still right in Perez's gearbox, which I think is just pulling us along here. I don't think our car really has the right to be up there, but while we stay in DRS range, we've got a great chance of staying up here. Obviously Lance Stroll now does not have DRS, so Ourselves and Perez are going to close in on him. Might not quite overtake him just yet, but that's certainly something to think about. There goes Perez on Stroll. Easily through. I think we're going to come into the pits this lap. These tyres seem to have gone completely off. So get in this lap, try and get an undercut on Perez and Stroll. Hopefully we can guarantee ourselves some points. So here we come.
Be aware we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
Into the pit lane, and Perez comes in as well. So here we come, into the pit lane. A lot of other guys are coming in as well. There goes a Renault.
Go, exit now.
Away.
We're racing on the exit. Complete, go
Ahead
now.
of the McLaren.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
So unfortunately we're not going to be able to undercut Perez, but hopefully we'll be able to undercut Stroll. And at least that'll be one position we make.
There's
Here we
box
come
for
then.
mediums. Car behind.
There goes Stroll leaving the pit lane. We should have the momentum, and we do. So we managed to make it past Lance Stroll. So that's a great undercut. Well, Stroll back through then. Trying to stay on the back of him, but he is through. It's going to be very difficult to catch now, but we have got DRS, so you know he doesn't have DRS ahead. So I do wonder whether we can close in and pass him on the long straight. Well, here we are on the final lap then, and you can see we're still in 10th place. We can't get back past Stroll, but hopefully we can stay in front of Carlos Sainz. We're using pretty much everything at our disposal, but he has got DRS, and there he goes, racing past us.
Okay, we lost the position. Try to keep focus.
And yeah, we just don't have the pace to get back past him. So we're not even going to come out of this with a point today. But hey, if you'd offered me 11th at the start of the race, I would have took it. It was a wonderful turn one that got us into that position. Unfortunately, we couldn't finish it off. But I think a return to form around here, it has to be said. Cars looked a lot better this weekend than it has done the last couple. But as we come up to the line, we get nothing out of it apart from an 11th place.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
Not just victory today then, but the championship as well. What a spectacular season they've had. Congratulations to the whole team. And talk to me, what do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
I'd say it was down once again to good, consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions and perfecting the team's strategies. They got all of these things right today and the results speak for themselves.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today. And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. Despite the best efforts of our championship leader, that lead has taken a bit of a knock today. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
I have to give it to the captain. They pushed and pushed and found some fantastic performance. It was just a pleasure to watch.
It's another clear win for Mercedes as they managed to secure the Constructors' title. An incredible performance for the whole team. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.
So there you have it then. Bottas and Hamilton secure the Constructors' Championship for Mercedes. No surprises there then. Verstappen finishes 3rd, Leclerc 4th, Vettel 5th, Albon 6th, Ricciardo 7th, Perez 8th, Stroll 9th, and Carlos Sainz finishes 10th. We finish 11th in the end. Nick de Vries finishes in 15th where he started. So that's not too bad. But that's where we're going to leave it for today. If you have enjoyed that, then make sure you hit that like button down below. It really does help me out. It means a lot to me as well. Subscribe to the channel for daily F1 2020 videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.